Welcome to EduArcs. Today we are going to discuss about site analysis basics. Site visit is one of the first thing in the design process. It also allows the designer to anticipate any potential issues which may cause problems with the project, and it ensures the building makes the best use of the resources. During the site analysis, some of the basic factors we must pay attention. Location, neighborhood context, the immediate surrounding of the site, including data on zoning and buildings have impacts on our project. These are the first things that one needs to look at: where the site is situated, how is the site approached, what is the name of the street, the road, etc., on which the site is located, and how far away to the major junctions. Surrounding land uses and buildings. One also needs to pay attention to the surrounding land uses and buildings around the site. For example, if there is a school right next to the site, the noise disturbances will have to be factored in while designing. Also, the height and setbacks of adjacent buildings are important in affecting the flow of air and also sunlight. Orientation. The orientation of the site plays a very important role in locating a building. The sun path diagram tells one which will be the site from which the maximum heat will be coming, especially in the afternoon. This, when combined with the wind direction, would give a good idea as to how the design should be oriented so as to optimize the design. The orientation along with the sun path will also determine the placement of room inside buildings. Temperature and sun paths. The average temperature of the area as well as the monthly average temperature has to be studied to determine the temperature range and the fluctuations which will impact the design. The temperature data sheet can be downloaded from the website. Wind directions. Most of the locations will have a general major direction from which the wind comes. This will play a major role in placement and size of openings. Wind direction, frequency and speed will influence the window size and placement, roof and wall cladding selections. Soil type and condition. Soil type, ground conditions and stability is essential to determine whether the site is suitable for a particular type of building, where best places can be located for a building. Soils vary from place to place. This is very important from a structural point of view while designing a building. The safe load bearing capacity of the soil is to be found out, after which the structural system and the foundations will be designed accordingly. Topography. Topography describes the physical features of an area of land. Topography often records the various elevations of an area using a topography map. Topography refers to the slope and level of the land, whether the land is flat or a plain, whether it is sloping. From a design point of view, a sloping site will be more challenging. If a site is sloping, the exact slope can be interpreted from a detailed contour map. The contour locations and spacing of contours will play a big role in placing your building block. Vegetation and natural features. The natural vegetation presence on the site is very important. Any good design will integrate it into the design, highlight and accentuate it to create a harmonious whole. The vegetation will consist of all the trees, flora and fauna present on the site. These should be marked onto the site plan so that it will assist during the design stage. Along with the location, the type of trees, the size of trees, diameter or spread of the branches, heights, etc. are to be identified. Along with trees and vegetations, other natural features like rock formations, swamps, marshes, etc. are also to be identified. Precipitation and hydrology. The average annual rainfall, often measured in mm, gives you an idea about precipitation happening throughout the year. It is also important to study the water drainage pattern in the site, whether it stagnates or if it flows following the natural slope. This has to be analyzed to incorporate it into the design. Infrastructure facilities. This refers to the services present in the location. The major things to be considered are water supply, drainage connections, waste disposal, electrical supply, etc. These are important while planning the zoning in the site. Locally available materials. One also needs to find out what the locally available resources are, what materials are available in and around the site, which can be used in the design. This is especially relevant today when the design has to be as sustainable as possible by reducing the transportation energy and cost. Other than these basic factors, we have SWOT analysis studies for project feasibility. SWOT analysis is all about strength, weakness, threat and opportunities.